Good morning, James. I finally had a chance to read a little bit. So I finally read another chapter, or I started another chapter. I am at chapter 5, Bugs. And you first go into how difficult it is to get permission to surveil somebody and wiretap somebody. I am psychic, so for me it is very easy to surveil someone. I just go there in my mind and I will receive the information necessary to my investigation. And never more than that, unfortunately. And in that context, I will confess, for the sole purpose of transparency, that I tried to surveil you, James Comey, in your shower stall one day. I don't know how I got there from reading your book. I think it went from reading your book to thinking of Randy Rainbow, who thought as well that you were pretty darn hot for being so tall and handsome. And then a thought occurred to me. You being so tall must mean that your shower stall is proportionate to your body. Your limbs must be pretty substantial given your height, so your shower stall should be pretty, substantial too if you want to be able to have a comfortable shower. And so I figured, well, instead of just sitting here fantasizing about it, I may as well peek in and confirm my story that your shower stall is absolutely huge. Take two. That your shower stall is absolutely huge. Take three. Your shower. Take four. That your shower stall, it must be absolutely huge, humongous. And not just in height, but in circumference, right? I mean, you need room to maneuver. And for the sole purpose of verifying my hypothesis, that your shower stall is indeed as huge as I think it is, and as I think it must be relationally to the size of your body. Of course, I needed you in the shower stall because just looking at the shower stall alone would not give me sufficient information. It's all relative. So I needed you in the scene for scientific purposes only to adequately measure the size of your shower stall compared to your tallness. They didn't let me. Because it was not relevant to the case that I was building against you and meanwhile dropped because I never had a case to start with, which I only discovered after I already made a fool out of myself going after you because I didn't do my homework and I just blindly went by what other people told me about you instead of actually going in and watching the flipping interview myself. When I finally acknowledged that, right, that case just poof, disappeared. And now I'm back in love with you and reading you like a Bible. And for that purpose, apparently, it is not necessary for me to know the size of your shower stall. It's not necessary. Therefore, I do not have access to that information, even though I am psychic as fuck. So I never have to make a case as to what is and what isn't relevant. I never have to decide, in other words, what is and isn't relevant to the case, because they only ever allow me to see what is absolutely necessary for me to see. And that goes for everybody that I have currently under surveillance. You can rest assured that they only ever show me what I absolutely need to know to build my case. Our shower stall is relevant to the case. And I even filmed my husband in our shower stall. Of course, they gave me an opportunity to present my convincing case that actually it was absolutely necessary for me to determine the size of James Comey's shower stall. That came out pretty clean. I argued that my curiosity about the size of his shower stall kept me motivated to keep reading this man like a Bible, enriching my mind with his mind. And they said, yeah, we know that is keeping you motivated. That's why you're not getting to see it. They left me wondering. Even Randy Rainbow thinks you're hot. So I'm not here to apologize for anything. And if you ever want to show me your shower stall, just give me a call. Don't worry, James. I'm not that kind of psychic. No matter how much I would like to see your stuff, I can't see your stuff. Because that's not the kind of psychic I am. Unfortunately, but true. I am the kind of psychic that can connect consciously and deliberately to the unqualified field of knowing. The thing about the unqualified is that it is unqualified, meaning it doesn't have any words to it, it doesn't have any imagery, it doesn't really have a interface with others that I may want to share this knowing with. I am the one that is creating the interface. I am the one that is translating this knowing that I connect with, this unqualified field of knowing, and put it to words or create imagery, be it in words by using metaphors and parables, or by using imagery that I shoot on video. I am the one that is translating the unqualified knowing that I can connect with or tune into like a radio, and I create the interface that attempts to make this unqualified knowing available to others in a language or in imagery that people can understand and relate to. This also invariably means that some stuff just gets lost in translation. Nothing ever substitutes direct experience of direct knowing, of directly tuning into this field of unqualified knowing or pure consciousness from which everything arises, and to which we are all still intimately connected, which is the second pillar of the Kofifi faith. Faith in unity. Faith that we are still intimately connected to that source of unqualified knowing that I, as the prophet of Kofifi, consciously and deliberately connect with in order to share the Kofifi revelations with humanity. So no, James, I can't see your stuff in the shower stall, unfortunately, as much as I would like to. Of course, James, I fell in love with your mind, not your body. And one more thing, James. This image is exceptionally well chosen. You're standing there outside of it all, looking in. I can feel the longing in this picture. You want to be part of it, and yet you can't. If I had taken this shot, I would have chosen a perspective in which you would tower over the Washington Monument. Because you are bigger than all of these guys. Ethically and morally towering over any player in Washington right now. And that's what put you out of the game. You were ethically and morally towering over President Trump, and that's why he fired you. Because a weak leader cannot tolerate anybody that has a higher loyalty to the truth. It's that simple. The sheer fact that Donald Trump fired your ass tells me that you are the genuine article.